protect me in this battle!
Saint lived around here. He must have looked for a sheltered area.
engulf our enemies! Be careful! Your armor is falling apart! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
A cavern. Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world.
there are some traces of life here. But we will have to examine this place thoroughly to find proof that their saint came here.
Maybe enlightened will help me in this battle. Engulf our enemies. May the sun engulf our enemies. Protect me in this battle!
Ready to shoot! Fire!
Magnificent. If St. Matheus did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them. This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matheus, praying to Enon Milfrichteman. This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native. Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors. There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize. As if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duistad in on mil frichtemen. This is incredible. Saint Matheus would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic. But it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matheus is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here. In this cavern where our founder lived. I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matheus, the founder of Teleme, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the natives.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matheus lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Thélème.
The great revelation that will change mentalities for good, or the preservation of the dogma at all costs? I think you already know which side I'm leaning towards.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp. Can't do that.
Anything new, Your Excellency?
We have discovered a cave that was clearly inhabited by many people a long time ago, mostly natives. It's a sacred place, guarded by one of their creatures.
Did you find traces of our founder there?
Someone from the mainland has obviously lived there too. But I've not found anything that clearly indicates who it was.
It was probably Saint Matheus, given our other evidence. And you're sure you have not found tablets or objects that would have belonged to him?
No. Most of the objects were in such a state that they were hardly recognizable.
Really? I would have thought metal at least would have survived the test of time. I suppose it's just as well. After all, what has already been discovered is quite problematic. Thank you for checking this for us, Your Excellency. We will be able to return to Eden now.
Very well. Goodbye, Brother Virgil. Sister Eugenia, I need to talk to you.
Your Excellency, I thought you had stayed to help the expedition.
Indeed. And we made some very important discoveries. Frescoes, tablets, and other objects. Everything indicates that Saint Matheus had finally converted to the cult of the natives. You will understand that I'm afraid to talk to Brother Virgil. I preferred to lie to him in case he destroyed all of this. Look.
This is his pewter chaplet. Oh, by the enlightened, it's amazing. You cannot imagine. And these tablets. How marvelous. It will take time to study them, of course. And you say that all this proves that Saint Matheus had converted?
This and the frescoes we discovered. They clearly represented Saint Matheus praying to the spirit of the island, and having his face painted by a native.
This is incredible. I can't believe it. And yet everything we had already discovered points in this direction. I should have seen it coming. We have to find the Mother Cardinal and show her all of this.
Don't you fear that she too will want to silence these discoveries, as Virgil did?
It is a risk. In fact, any believer may want to silence me. But if we want the world to accept these discoveries, we will need her support. That's why I want you to come with me. To help me to convince her.
Very well. I'll come with you and I'll do my best.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
Maybe in the taking the list woman of faith.
A woman of faith.
You need healing.
You think you can face a woman of faith? I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Matheus. They will not dare to attack you there. And we will have to take care of Bishop Domitius. He will do everything he can to discredit us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And if you will allow me to attend the hearing, I would be delighted to support you.
Your help will be precious to us, Father. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content. And I will meet you at the palace in San Matheus to plead our case.
Understood. See you soon, Sister Eugenia. Be careful.
You are now a champion of the arena. I must say that this is the first time I've ever seen such a young team leader win the title. Allow me to give you this. The prize awarded to champions.
Thank you. I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon. Ready to excite the crowd?
I wish to fight alongside the island hunter that was captured.
Really? You'd have to go in alone. Your friends will need to stay in the stands. Are you sure that this prisoner is worth risking your life for?
This man has been the victim of terrible injustice. I cannot stand aside without doing anything.
Oh, that's extremely noble of you. But it's just the sort of crazy idea that the crowd loves. I have to warn you, though. If you want to fight now, you will lose your bonus in the running challenges. So, what'll it be?
Justice cannot wait. I am ready to fight.
Excellent. In that case, the arena awaits you. What a show! You've won the affections of the crowd. And when the crowd makes a decision, it gets what it wants. You're free, prisoner.
I owe you my life, on Olmenawi. Blessed be the winds that have blown you to my side. By what name should I address you?
My name is de Sardet. In fact, it's your cousin the merchant that sent me. Follow me. Let's go and find him.
Ah, Anol Menawi. I'm glad to see you again. Oi, Ven. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Then you must thank this Onol Menawi. He fought to save me.
Thank you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Don't mention it. I also brought you back your goods.
May the trees always bear you fruit. We owe you a lot. You should go see Ulan, the chief of Vignamri, my village. He wants to be friends with the Renaigse. Since you are a legate, you could talk to him. Ah, Anol Menawi. I'm glad to see you again.
I'm just passing through.
The best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor, logs, custom pieces made to order!
Greetings. My caravan goes through all the cities, and the journey is safe. So, where would you like to go?
To San Matheus, please.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. We must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There's no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places, and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time. We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matheus without a doubt. He's depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
What good is such a reproach if our nation has fallen into chaos?
Your Eminence.
And you were
That's
what?
That's use yet. What we does?
Keep to
What? Thank you. After much thought, I have decided it. Our nation.
But, Your Eminence...
Enough.
I can't.
Your and I. It would be.
Of course.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your...
These relics merging the...
These discoveries, they also... We must first... Could... What?
the cavern. It can fraud. The end. These. We just.
The tablet. He simply saw...
The relics, the... And...
It seems that you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
It is a good argument, Your Excellency. I hadn't thought about that.
Your Eminence, all of this is grotesque and dangerous. The congregation is clearly trying to ridicule us. Even if these frescoes are real and old, who's to say they represent reality? This is surely the naive vision that the islanders had of our founder, nothing more. Our duty is to bury all this in order to preserve our nation from the heretical beliefs of the savages.
You were so eager to bury our discoveries that you were ready to bury us with them. A group of the Ordo Luminis attacked us while we prepared to come here.
Really? Your Eminence, I assure you that I had no idea. We would never harm a diplomat. It was probably the desperate action of an overly fervent group. But, alas, it is a fair reflection of what will happen if these discoveries are made public.
You are responsible for the members of the Ordo Luminis on this island, Domitius. I am counting on you to ensure that this kind of act never happens again.
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crucial choice for our nation. What does a man of faith do in such a dilemma? He prays and places his trust in the one who came before him and has shown more wisdom. Saint Matheus shows us a new way. If we are believers, can we really turn our backs on him?
You surprise me, Petrus. You who are always so political, yet your words seem sincere. You give me something to think about. Thank you.
What we have discovered is real. The very idea of concealing it is a disgrace.
Interesting remark from a representative of the nation we are fighting against. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitably caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet in the end he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matheus.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.